EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today from the Bay Hill Club and Lodge, opening round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational, presented by MasterCard. This is going to be a compelling 4 days of golf. A lot of storylines to follow as we move through the weekend, and we take a look at the leaderboard here in round one. Chad Ramey is your leader. He's at 2 under par here to start the tournament. Meanwhile, our featured golfer, so close to victory last week, settling for second and playing extremely well. Always nice to get that first one out of the way, and that's going to be a good one to get this tournament started. Gotta think this an extra half club or more as he sets for his second into the wind. Okay, that's in for par here at the first, and he'll stay at level par. Back to the action here at the Bay Hill Club and Lodge. Second hole, it is a pretty demanding par 3, Frank.
Goal really is to just carry that front bunk up, or sneak it a little right of that and try and cheat it around.
Second shot now here at the par 3. "13 feet away." Just going to sneak on by. Okay, it's a bogey here at the second. And he's going to fall back now to 1 over par.
Frank, now to the third hole, and where's the trouble here? That's fairly obvious, isn't it? Yeah, and that's one thing you don't want to remind yourself of. There's a bunker all the way down the right side. That's a good place to aim.
Good shot coming off bogey at the second. That's going to be in the fairway. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notah Begay III.
He's got 144 yards remaining to the hole, sitting in the front left hole location.
That's got to be disappointing. Good lie in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Okay, pretty big swing necessary there, and that's not all that bad from that far away. Nicely done. It is a par here at the third, and he'll stay at 1 over.
Rich Lerner with Frank Nobilo back at the fourth hole here at Bay Hill. This is the first par 5 on the golf course. 561 yards. You thinking birdie here, Frank?
No, you certainly are. Perhaps even 3. This is almost ramrod straight, little hazard down the right side. But a good one, you can certainly get home for 2.
Yeah, good swing and a good result, as that is safely into the fairway. Now, from better than 300 yards out, a second to the par 5. Well, just a good solid shot right there with that 3-wood, Frank.
That's an aggressive layup, really, trying to force that 3-wood down and get it as close as possible to the green. That's 2 good shots if you can't reach the par 5. The strike was fine on the pitch shot. Ball first, then turf. Just wasn't really hit hard enough.
Nope. That one finished off. It is a bogey here at 4. And that's going to move him back to 2 over par. Frank, at the 4th, we pulled the hammer out. Here, maybe it's a scalpel?
Well, it just depends. A little trailing breeze. A drive is not always a bad play here. 367 yards to the front is a little kick forward. So, wind behind your back, almost worth a go.
This is turning a little to his left.
That had to be in the rough the whole way. One more bounce back on the fairway.
So can he capitalize on the break here? His second from the short grass.
In golf, you know, you've heard the term mulligan. You'd love that to do over there, wouldn't you? I mean, that's just, that's very poor from that range.
The pace, absolutely perfect there. Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. Frank, talk to us about the 6th hole.
I don't want to. It's too difficult.
Why not?
It's too hard. It's too difficult. John Daly made 18.
But that's not such a bad score. If you break it down, that's...
Break it down for one hole. It broke him
pars
down.
and an eagle. Wind starting to push this one a little left. That challenged a big piece of that big lake, but it is well down this 6th fairway. What a gorgeous tee shot.
The beauty of this par 5, so many different ways to play it. You can be a little wayward, even with the tee shot or the second shot, but really, it's going to be about the 3rd shot today. How close can you hit it?
Here we go, 7-footer for birdie. Yeah, well done. It's back-to-back birdies here on this front side. Frank, the good news as you come to the 7th after that beast of a par 5 is that it's just under 200 yards and there's no water.
It's not as long as the second, but it's just as demanding. Very narrow entry into this green.
Okay, safely aboard. A look here at birdie.
And this is going to be working from his left to right, not much pace in it at all.
Oh, how about the run here? That a third consecutive birdie. And he'll get into red figures at 1 under, just 2 shots back. Getting ready to tee off now at the 8th, and Frank, this hole has a little bit of everything.
Yeah, even though it's a pretty hole, Rich, it's a fairway you must hit because that second shot here is one of the toughest on the golf course.
This starting toward the right side. Everything flowing really well right now. Coming off 3 birdies in a row. Here's another solid tee shot as well. Perfect spot to play this second. Middle of the fairway.
Well, not super close, but safely on the green.
He ran in a long one a moment ago. This equally long for another birdie. Everything going right now. That a 4th consecutive birdie. And he'll move to 2 under par, 1 back of our leader. Rounding out the front 9 here at Bay Hill, 474-yard par 4. Frankie, you played this hole before. Where are you lining up when you step onto the tee here?
There's an out of bounds all the way down the left side that you have to be cognizant of. But that bunker, 290 yards carries it. And yet again, another hole that favors the long hitter.
Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. He needs to be mindful of the breeze here as he sets for his second.
And that ball looked very good in the air. Just doesn't quite finish up that near to the flag, but still on the green.
Needed that to turn a little more, but it hung out wide. Just a tap in there for par at the 9th. And he'll go out in 34, 2 under par for this front side. We start the backside at Bay Hill with a par 4, 400-yard dogleg to the right. 2 bunkers through the fairway and 1 on the right. Accuracy off the tee is critical.
This is an absolute stripe show. 8 of 8, that's as good as it comes. That's Hogan of today.
Second shot coming up, and we say hello to Iona Stephen.
We're looking at 138 yards left, pin back right so he can take an aggressive line.
It's a solid shot and a green in regulation, but a little away from the band.
Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. Okay, that one in for a bogey here at 10. And he'll drop back now to 1 under par. Another par 4 here, the 11th. It's just under 440 yards. This time, there's water looming left and then bunkers on the right-hand side. It's a pretty good challenge, Frank.
This hole's very similar to the third hole on the front side. 2 bunkers down the right side. Just got to keep it a little left. You don't have to hit driver here.
Yeah, all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be. So from right around the middle of the fairway, this is second. This one's looking good.
I'm not quite sure that strike, whether they got it all, but ball's just come up a little shy. Outside chance for a birdie.
He has a 12-footer here. That's going to scoot a foot or 2 by. So that brushed in for par here at 11. And he'll remain in red figures at 1 under. Now to the par 5 12th. Frank, how good of a scoring opportunity is this?
Well, anytime you get a par 5 at Bay Hill, got to take advantage of it.
Teeing it up here on the 12th, 574-yard par 5, Frank.
Another one that's reachable, obviously long and straight. That rough down the right side, though, is normally very thick. Avoid the 2 bunkers, lots of contours and undulations around this green.
Now from way back, better than 300 yards, a second to the par 5.
Oh, so close to being good, that second shot. But now, that tricky bunker shot.
Now this, an awkward distance for a bunker shot.
The hard work's coming up. That's a long way away.
This one of the longest putts you can have on a golf course, though it is for birdie. Yeah, you see so many of these long putts like that come up short. It's just hard mentally to hit the ball much firmer. Oh, maybe a misread there, and that curls by to the left. So, a tough hole, and it's in for bogey at 12. And he's going to fall out of red figures, back down to even par. Frank, this is an interesting hole. It's a par 4 13th, and it isn't necessarily a driver off the tee. What are the options?
Yeah, you break it down, 250 off the tee, leaves 120. There's nothing wrong with playing the hole that way. You get a little over-ambitious here and run out of fairway. That second shot over water. Whoa.
just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. So a big drive, and not much needed to carry here for his second. Oh, and this fairway is going to run out of room. That's into the pond here in front of this 13th green. So, with a shake of the head, he'll take his drop, and now with a stroke added for the penalty, this becomes his fourth to the par 4.
It is a game of touch. It is evidence right there when your touch is out. What a difference it makes. That ball went a long way past.
Oh, well, that was a pretty good run. It would have been a heck of a bogey, but it doesn't go down. That goes down, but it's a 6 at the par 4. He is very quickly down to 2 over par. 14th hole, Frank, more than 200 yards, par 3. This is no picnic.
No, it plays a little longer than that too, slightly uphill. You've got to carry the ball onto the front of the screen. It will not run up.
Now from the bunker.
Just a little splash out on this par 3.
Line may have been a little more sunken in than we had thought, but all in all, not a bad shot out of the bunker. Okay, good putt. And the par here at 14. And he'll remain at 2 over par. Frank, deep in the round at the 15th, you need to maybe make something happen. How difficult is that with such a huge dog like this?
Once again, make sure you know the distance to carry the bunker or run out. You've got to play to your strength. Well, it's in the first cut. We know you can't spin the ball as much from the first cut. Still lying okay. Not a great shot, really. The first cut ball often sits up. It's easily get in the middle of green. That's long.
This would be a big bonus if it went in, more than likely just trying to get this one close. Yeah, you had a pretty good run at that, but it won't go down. Still pretty good from there. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th. And he'll stay right where he is. We enter the final stretch with a 511-yard par 5 16th tree and bunker trouble to the right. OB to the left is reachable in two, but water in front of the green will punish the mishits. And this, a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine.
Set up in the fairway, 200 yards from here.
Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. That a pure roll there. That is down for a birdie here at 16. Frank deep into a round, par 3 17th, water, bunkers, long shot. What are you thinking as you're stepping on this tee?
You just take 3 and move to 18.
Frank, par 3 17th, daunting shot. What are you thinking as you step onto this tee?
Just make 3. 2 is a huge bonus. Take 3 in a heartbeat.
Okay, a little local knowledge there. He gets that ball to work back onto the green. And now a birdie putt coming up. A look here for birdie at 17.
Absolute perfect spot to putt from. Very little break, if any. He should be able to just run this right in.
Not quite on line, and that'll drift a couple feet by. No problems there. That's par here at 17. And he'll remain right where he is. Finishing hole at Bay Hill. Frank, how good is this 18th?
Well, it's good because it makes you scratch your head. If you look at your score, your own personal score, and then fast forward, you've made a big mistake.
He'll be factoring in this breeze in his face as he sets for a second. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
This from about 10 feet. Okay, a good putt for his par here at the 18th green. And that will be an opening round score of 73. Our featured golfer here today had some moments, but maybe not the round one you're looking for, Frank.